This movie is really not about Moana at all. It really isn't about her island or her family either. Why do you think the movie starts with the legend of Te Fiti, the beautiful goddess of creation, who's green and has a symbol at the center of her heart? And when the heart of Te Fiti is stolen for its power of creation, she turns into the lava monster Te Kā. This movie's not about Moana at all. This movie is about how to return to and open your heart chakra. The heart chakra, or the Anahata chakra, is the fourth chakra and it's located in the center of your chest. It rules over unconditional love, compassion, and joy, not just for others, but for yourself. Similar to the actual heart organ, there are 4 chambers of the heart chakra. They are the open heart, the strong heart, the clear heart, and the full heart. And it can be pretty easy to get a blockage, not just in the heart chakra, but also in any one of these separate chambers. In our life's journey, we'll more than likely experience an imbalance or a blockage in our heart chakra due to difficult life experiences or trauma. Depending on the area of life you have this trauma is where you might experience an imbalance. For example, you could have access to your clear heart where you're loving and understanding, but you could be blocked off from your strong heart, so you lack the courage to speak up about things that you believe in. If you're looking for more information on the 4 chambers of the heart chakra, there's another YouTuber that has a great series on it. I'll link it in the description box below. But Moana is a story of a girl who goes on a journey to unblock her courageous heart so that she and her people can live a more authentic life. But what exactly does that journey look like, and what can we learn from it? We are programmed to find safety in the familiar because when we're in the familiar, we always know what to expect. But there comes a point when you have to ask yourself, does choosing this familiarity guarantee me safety? When we're children, we find ourselves much like Moana. We're raised listening to stories and people that convince us that we can be anything. And we're more likely to believe that there's more to life than what meets the eye. It's only as we get older that we have experiences that cause us to doubt the world around us and ourselves. As a child, Moana's grandmother told stories of how the shape-shifting demigod Maui stole the heart from Te Fiti. And in that battle, he ended up losing it in the ocean along with his fish hook that gave him his magical powers. For years, Te Kā and the other demons of the deep sea searched for the heart of Te Fiti, spreading darkness across the ocean as they went. Moana's grandmother explains how the darkness will continue to spread, killing life on every island until someone can find Maui and the heart and return it to Te Fiti. At the same time, her father claims that the legends aren't true and they will be okay as long as they stay on their very safe island.
Oh, thank you, Mother. That's enough.
Papa!
No one goes outside the reef. We are safe here. There is no darkness. There are no monsters. There's no monsters, no monsters.
So who is telling the truth? As kids, we experienced the very same dilemma. Can we actually do and become anything like we believed in the past? Or are we better off prioritizing the safest option? Moana grows up knowing that she'll be the next chief after her father. And this responsibility is instilled in her that she not only has to keep herself safe, but a whole community. Then as she's practicing her duties as chief, she realizes there are no longer fish around the island and their coconut supply is rotting from the inside out. When she learns this, Moana suggests going past the reef to fish and her father flips out.
Sure
What if we fish beyond the reef?
No one goes beyond the reef.
I know, but if there are no fish in the lagoon,
Moana,
and there's a whole ocean.
we have one rule.
An old rule when there were fish.
A rule that keeps us safe
But Dad-
instead of endangering our people, so you can run right back to the water.
Her dad holds on to this illusion of what safety is, even when faced with a real threat of danger to his people on the island that they claimed was safe, which was their reality for a very long time until it wasn't. In this situation, both her grandmother and her father are telling the truth. Father was right about the island being safe, and her grandmother is also right about the correct way to save it when it's not, which was confirmed by the ocean when it placed the heart of Te Fiti directly into Moana's hand. In the end, she's left with a choice. Does she stay and accept her role as chief and avoid the darkness? Or does she voyage out across the ocean to find a demigod to help her defeat the darkness? Each choice holds a risk, and Moana realizes that while the island is familiar, it is no longer safe. Leaving us to ask ourselves, are we making decisions in our life because they feel safe? And is that safety guaranteed, or are we deluding ourselves into thinking that it is? I know I have my own experience with this that I'll be sharing in my Unlearn to Upgrade series soon. If you've ever experienced anything like this, let me know in the comments because I know it can be tough. And in most cases, when we're in this situation, the only way to get answers and the true safety that we deserve is to embrace the unknown. But how can we do that when we have no evidence that things will be okay? Stay tuned for part 2.